Good evening. My name is Joseph Armacida, and this is my PowerPoint on cross-curricular connections in literature. So, some benefits of cross-curricular connections in our lessons and our planning is that it fosters a deeper understanding and it increases engagement and promotes development. Cross-curricular connections makes learning more meaningful and relatable for the students. It encourages students to make the connections to other subject areas and concepts, and most importantly, it develops critical thinking and problem solving skills. In K through third, things that you can do, different processes, you can use thematic units. It takes an idea and applies it to other subject matters such as history, science, and geography. Um, you can integrate literature itself into other um, subjects using storybooks. In project-based learning, you can have your students do a project on a in a certain subject and use literature to back it up, such as the Watsons Go to Birmingham. It's a project on the civil rights movement. You can make like a timeline of those sequence of events. Challenges that are faced are the assignments too hard or too easy for the students? We have to make sure that they're age appropriate um, to allow for growth. Is the content balanced? We don't want to overwhelm students with too many connections to other subjects. Um, you know, younger grades, one maybe two connections. No need to overdo it. And engagement. We need to keep the activities fun and engaging so that we hold their interest and keep their motivation. For fourth through eighth grade, you can do intercurricular units, design lesson plans that have students apply their knowledge from other subject areas to solve problems, um, such as word problems in math. Um, Real world connections, have them make connections in literature to real world issues and emphasize the relevance of the topic. Um, Inquiry based learning has students um, use integrated content and encourages them to apply problem solving skills, ask questions, and research informations that are related to that topic. Challenges here, content rigor, we have to make sure that it's challenging but not too challenging because we are getting them ready for high school. Time management, it's a building block for everybody. They have homework from other classes that they have to do, so teaching them time management skills to get their assignments done within a reasonable amount of time um, is a key thing that'll carry them through life. And teachers making sure that we are addressing our own limitations across different subject matters if you are in the fourth to eighth grade range. Content standards. Cross curricular curriculum meets content standards for the state. Integrating literature into other subject areas um, allows for reading different materials for different purposes, collaborate and cooperate with peers on various assignments and activities, and take what they've learned and apply it in different and meaningful and real world scenarios. Using literature and cross-curricular connections aligns with standards by promoting deep understanding, fosters a positive sense of engagement, and promotes critical thinking skills. Differentiated instruction There's many different ways that we can differentiate instruction for our students. Um, be it visual aids, using audio formats of these various texts, um, and using culturally diverse texts to help grow cultural understanding. Um, like I mentioned earlier, Watson's Go to Birmingham is a book on the civil rights movement. Um, for history and literature, science, A Wrinkle in Time, you could talk about space exploration, and moral and ethical issues and scientific advancements. Mathematical principles for math and literature. You can do poems like haikus, uh, count stanzas. If you're not adept at poems, it's a good way to do it. Outsiders is a good way to talk about political themes and the class system, as well as identity issues. Um, this is a lesson activity, involves some baking. If you can get like a little bread machine as a class, you can bake a loaf of bread or two. It's good for math and science because baking is chemistry. For fourth, eighth grade, you can talk about the ecosystem and the food chains. Um, for art, you can have them make a diorama. Write a little report about the food chain, explain the process and how it's structured and what species are where on the chain. And thanks for tuning in.